Good morning, future self. It's the last day of the year. Woo! Um, I decided that I would have a New Year's resolution this year. It's not usually a thing I do, but I decided to have an experiment. And my resolution is to use cars as little as possible. Both my own car and ride hailing. Um, yeah, I mean, even though my car is a biodiesel, it still contributes to traffic and particulate matter in the city. And I also just I wanna see if I can, build up my biking everywhere all the time stamina. But when I told Steve about this yesterday, and he said, "Okay, good goal. Just remember, don't get too extreme about it. You're disabled, and sometimes we need the car for that. So I shall walk lightly into the future of my resolution. I'm gonna try to ride my bike more and take more public transit. Only problem with this is that I can't really ride the bus. I can do it short distances, but I can't ride the bus very far because then I start to throw up, and bus drivers don't like that. So maybe I can also build up my bus tolerance little by little. We'll see if that works this 2019. I will use cars less, mine and Lyft. I will make my first street art, and I will do the loving kindness meditation for 1 year. Hey self, so I just finished, there's copper paint on my phone. I just finished refilling all of my meds for the week. So I thought I should spend a few minutes reminding you what all of this is for and why you're taking it, because you tend to forget why all of these pills are necessary and then you don't take them. So I'm going to do a little medication walkthrough so that you will not forget, or at least not just blow off taking your meds. So I take 3 categories of medication. One for preventing neurological symptoms, so preventing seizures and migraines. One for rescuing, basically as a migraine happens, there's one category of drug that just does rescuing right now, we need help right now. And then the third is to control inflammation, because part of my post complex gas poisoning damage, my endocrine system, my immune system are included in that, so they don't handle the accumulation of inflammation very well, so we have to take drugs for that too. So we'll start with inflammation, then we'll do preventative migraine and neurological symptoms, and then we'll do the rescue drugs. So, let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this group, which I will try to get all of their little faces showing so that you know which ones are which. This group are all to help prevent inflammation. And once I have a lot of inflammation, help clear it out, basically. Some of these are things that people would take for other reasons, like vitamin D if you live in a not sunny place, to replace vitamin D. But these 2 are basically specialized anti-inflammatory drugs, and then this one supports those. And this one specifically and this one specifically are for the muscle and joint problems that I have that comes with that inflammation. So that's those drugs. My second category over here, these are all my preventing migraines and seizures drugs. They are half prescription, half over the counter. So, brain enhancers. This one is specifically for my memory, but it also helps other sort of subdue other neurological problems. V6 and magnesium, these are both sort of like reactive chemicals that get depleted when you have neurological symptoms. Do you need help with the gate, love? Oh, you can't come in here right now, Pooches. You're in Pooch jail. And then the 2 prescriptions I take for preventative are Nadolol, which is a beta blocker, which I take every day, and Norb, which is a hormone stabilizer. This one is included in this pile because I do not take it for depregnating needs or whatever, pregnancy prevention needs. My hormones tend to make my, oh look, there's an ant. My hormones tend to make my my migraine chains worse. Okay, so then the last category of drugs is these 2, and sometimes this one. So magnesium again helps with the reactions in your nerves. So the, where is it? Yeah, butalbital and migranol are my 2 rescue drugs. This one usually happens first, and it looks like this when it comes out of the package. It's a nasal spray, so you pop this off, swap this on here, and then you have this thing where you sprush. So that is our first go-to. We usually take between 2 and 6 doses of that. A dose is shot in the nose. Let me put this away. And then taking the butalbital. So this drug has a barbiturate in it, so it's definitely not safe to take frequently because it can be habit forming. We haven't found it to be habit forming in my case, but we're also very careful about how much I take. And then this is always taken in a high dose in relationship to these drugs. So yeah, that's all of the drugs that I am taking for migraine prevention, migraine rescue, and inflammation management. Yay! Remember to take them, please. They're very important. This dog just went on a run. I took her on my bike, and of course she was like, but Steve is not here to chase, so I'm not going to run very fast. She only went like 8 miles an hour the whole time. Usually she's more of a 10-mile-an-hour chase the other bicycle dog, but today she was being a lazo dog. So far I re-recorded my entire 50 Things video with separate audio and separate webcam video, because when I tried to do it all together at once, it just destroyed all the audio. It sounded terrible. So hopefully I can just sync it all up beautifully and everything will be fine. Yeah. I just finished editing 3 days of videos plus my first 50 Python programs piece, which took me so many tries to get everything running and working, and yeah, so congratulations self, you did it. But I was thinking about how I was looking at my sort of upload list here. And I was thinking about how, like, today on December 31st, my December 25th video was published. So I'm just about exactly a week behind real time when I'm publishing the videos. And it's kind of interesting, actually. There's this thing that people do online, like Vlognica, or vlog every day in something. And there's a conceit in that if you're gonna vlog every day in December, actually what you're doing is publishing every day in December. You're not actually vlogging every day in that month and then publishing them. So I don't know, I'm just thinking about that as part of the aesthetics of Amnesia Diaries, this sort of like perpetual pastness of it. It's perpetually lost in the past. And that's part of what makes it interesting, I guess, is that it doesn't aesthetically submit to those constraints, the lies or whatever you want to call them, of other forms of daily documentation that exist online. So yeah, I was just thinking about things. Look at my little family. So cute.
Double fisted loving. Oh.
She just licked the cat in the face. Oh, I love my family.